It began with a dream. In July of 2015, a former Marine and Vietnam veteran, Tom Cowan of Escondido, California, commented to his wife Nancy that he strongly felt North San Diego County was in dire need of a homeless veteran stand-down, an event offering a place of dignity, rest, peace, and comradeship, a proper place to bring our brothers and sisters in need. Tom's wife Nancy suggested he better get busy. Little did Tom know that ahead lay 18 months of obstacles and disappointments before he could complete this successful mission. It would require finding the right people to devote themselves and pitch in for the mission, obtain the financing, those vital medical and dental services, community backing and participation, and most importantly, a location suitable to respect the presence of our guests. With the help of veterans from across North County, Tom found his dream was taking root. The newly formed committee of volunteer veterans all agreed this could be done. It was an amazing stroke of luck that each member brought to the table a lifetime of professional talents, abilities, and experience, fostered in both their military and civilian careers, all pertinent to the success of the stand-down. Together they formed a formidable force, but yet the committee still had not acquired a location, and it became the most dominant barrier they would have to face. The set date for the stand-down was only 14 weeks away. Holding the event was hanging by a thread. Then the miracle. Green Oaks Ranch of Vista, California stepped up to the plate with an offer. "You can hold it at Green Oaks Ranch," offered businessman Ari DeYoung, and the project swung into high gear. But was there enough time remaining to successfully pull it off? So much to do in so short a time. Transportation services, logistics, service providers, a massive public relations effort, veterans registration, community interest and involvement, and final funding. Could all these factors be brought together by the scheduled date? Would the stand-down dream become a reality? The sun rose that beautiful January morning with the results we had all worked so hard to achieve.
The North County Veterans Stand Down was created to effectively help as many homeless and needy veterans as possible get off our streets. Now, thanks to the incredible response from our community, we succeeded. Our stand down would not have happened without the incredible generosity of Ari D. Young, owner of Green Oak Ranch, and Supervisor Bill Horn, who provided the lion's share of the money we needed to make this event go. This was a life-changing event for so many people in North County. Yes, we helped over 150 veterans and their families, from newborns to senior citizens, get the care and the medical, dental, and legal care. But we also provide an opportunity for our North County community to show their gratitude, generosity, and most of all, their graciousness to our temporarily displaced veterans. And boy, did they show it. How did this event change our community? For our temporarily displaced veterans, they received the gift of humanity. For 3 days, they were treated with respect, dignity, and as equals. For them, it was a far cry from being those people who avert your gaze as you walk or drive by. Likewise, our volunteers experienced the joy of helping their newly discovered neighbors as their eyes were opened to their humanity. No longer were the veterans someone they passed by or read about. Our community saw our veterans as they are, wonderful people in need of help. Many of them have already contacted us to make sure that they can volunteer for next year. I want to give special thanks to Green Oak Ministries, San Diego VA, North County Superior Court, Dr. Leslie Bonner, a dentist here in Escondido, Greg Erickson, Dr. Bronner's All One Soap, the Flying Pig Restaurant, and Devil Dog Barbecue for their assistance and their support in our event. I hope that the film reaffirms your faith in our gratitude, generosity, and the graciousness of our North County community. Please help us as we continue to strive to help our veterans here in North County. Thank you.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
POW MIA ceremony will be conducted by Afghanistan veteran Christopher Murphy, Staff Sergeant, United States Marine Corps, retired.
Those who have served and those currently serve in the uniformed services of the United States are ever minded that the sweetness of enduring peace has always been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. We are compelled to never forget that while we enjoy our daily pleasures, there are others who have endured and may still be enduring the agonies of pain, deprivation, and eternity. Before we begin our activities this morning, we pause to recognize our prisoners of war and missing in action, POWs and MIAs. We call your attention to this small table, which occupies a place of dignity and honor on the stage. It is set for one, symbolizing the fact that members of our armed forces are missing from our ranks. They are referred to as the POWs and MIAs. We call them comrades. They are unable to be with their loved ones and families today, so we join together to pay our humble tribute to them and bear witness to their continued absence. This table, set for one, is small, symbolizing the frailty of one prisoner alone against his or her oppressors. The tablecloth is white, symbolic of the purity of their intention to respond to their country's call to arms. The single red rose in the vase signifies the blood that many have shed and sacrifice to ensure the freedom of our beloved United States of America. This rose also reminds us of the family and friends of our missing comrades who keep the faith while awaiting their return. The ribbon on the vase represents the ribbons worn on the lapels of thousands who demand with unyielding determination a proper accounting of our comrades who are not among us today. The slice of lemon on the plate reminds us of their bitter fate. Salt sprinkled on the plate reminds us of the countless volunteers and families as they wait. The chair is empty if you're not here. The candle is reminiscent of the light of hope which lives in our hearts to illuminate their way home, away from their captors, to the open arms of a grateful nation. Let us pray to the Supreme Commander that all our comrades will soon be back within their ranks. Let us remember and never forget their sacrifices. May God forever watch over them and protect them and their families.
Direct your attention to the missing man formation coming overhead. I now have the distinct honor of presenting to you DAV's Department of California 2016 Veteran of the Year, 2014 Ms. Veteran America, and 2011 California State Assembly Veteran of the Year for the 76th District, who will play for us a violin solo, America the Beautiful. Please give a warm round of applause for Amanda Wirtz. His dream came true, and you're here to prove it. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to Tom Cowan. Our local businesses provided thousands of dollars of support. The people of our community are some of the kindest, most wonderful people ever. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who owns this fantastic ranch, Ari DeYoung.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say welcome to Green Oak Ranch, and isn't this a beautiful day?
Please welcome Assemblyman Rocky Chavez.
Well, as we used to say in the Marine Corps, talking about the rain, if it's not raining, we're not training.
Please welcome Senator Tony Atkins.
And I feel really privileged to be part of the first North County stand down. And I think this is a really important thing to do. And
our keynote speaker today served in Vietnam as a Marine Corps artillery officer. He was elected North County Supervisor in 1995 to represent the 5th District, an area that spans nearly 1,800 square miles from the Pacific Ocean to Imperial County. As you can imagine, he is big on helping veterans. When he heard that we had applied for a neighborhood reinvestment grant through his office for the stand-down, he and his staff bent over backwards to help us. He and the Board of Supervisors provided us a check for $50,000 to help pay for the stand-down. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Supervisor Bill Horn.
Well, good morning. And I want to thank Jim Hester and the whole stand-down team for making this happen. This takes a lot of work. As county supervisor, whenever I can assist veterans, whether it be something as grand as this or an individual issue, we want to make sure that we help our veterans out.
Please join Rick Evans as he leads us in God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her.
Our guests began to join us early Friday morning following 2 days of preparation across the ranch. Dozens had been picked up earlier that morning throughout North County locations and transported to the stand down. Our registration volunteers were well prepared to welcome our 184 veterans as well as 40 spouses and children. Registrations continued throughout the day. Our guests were vetted for identification, medical, dental, personal, and counseling needs. Even with the large size of the 142-acre complex, our veteran guests were only minutes away from their cabin quarters and many of the on-site services being offered. Many guests were to enjoy the beauty of the location with a healthy walk and a lot of sightseeing. Our veterans were quite taken by the ranch's beautiful scenery and the serenity of Green Oak Ranch, and especially the over 200 full-size American and commemorative flags placed throughout the ranch. All our guests who had joined us from uncomfortable and many times dangerous conditions were to receive the full services they required, and some were given aftercare referrals. The stand down was underway, and it appeared we were off to a pretty good start. Just down the road were hot individual showers in a trailer setting. Available were clean, fresh towels and washcloths, new underwear for men and women, complete hygiene kits, and brand new sleeping bags so valuable to those who encounter the streets. The veterans took great advantage of these particular services. Located in a quiet area were our cabins where our veterans and families were to stay. It was very peaceful, there was no traffic. One veteran was even to tell me that he had slept for 9 hours for the first time in years. Each morning and evening, both reveille and taps were performed by our live bugler. Friday night, the veterans enjoyed entertainment at the outdoor amphitheater located in the middle of the housing. And as always, our veterans and their families were to enjoy the beautiful scenery from atop the hill. The stand down's medical and counseling facilities were conveniently located within a 3,100 square foot building known as the Town Hall of Green Oak Ranch. The veterans were conveniently transported for medical care, evaluation, and treatment from any location on the grounds. The Veterans Administration San Diego Healthcare System provided numerous professional personnel in order to better serve our veterans and healthcare concerns. The VA's dedicated staff were directly connected at all times to the main record system of the VA administration. It was pretty much the same as if our veterans were being seen at the VA hospital in La Jolla. VA doctors, physician assistants, nurses, various backup medical and administrative staff performed above and beyond in order to flawlessly deliver perhaps the most important function of any stand-down event: medical care, detection, and referrals. The VA counselors remained very busy with the troubled veteran, and their services were well utilized and appreciated. Veterans across North County join us in thanking Dr. Robert M. Smith, Director of the VA San Diego Healthcare System, for extending his outstanding and caring cooperation and participation. Robert L. West, Emergency Manager at the VA, shown here on the left, worked tirelessly in arranging the intricate details necessary in maximizing the VA's performance and accomplishment at our stand-down. We appreciate that, Robert. Well done. Thanks. Interfaith Agencies was on hand and, as did the other support services, added their valuable input for our veterans. Interfaith provides residential services to homeless individuals with drug and alcohol problems. It also provides a combined sobering service and short-term transitional housing program to prepare our homeless individuals and give them a chance to return to our San Diego community. To top it off, Interfaith offers a Veterans Employment Program. Stay active at Interfaith. Our veterans need you. Top-of-the-line dental services were available to the veterans requiring care. Those taking advantage of this complimentary care were transferred off-site to the Grand Dentistry offices in Escondido. While awaiting services, a comfortable and quiet environment was provided. 19 of our nation's heroes, under the care of Dr. Leslie Bonner, received full dental exams, including x-rays, extractions, cleaning, and other oral health services. Dr. Bonner and her staff, Margaret and Dorsey, worked countless hours well into the evening. We sincerely thank them for their selfless efforts and the sign in the window of Grand Dentistry. Our veterans seemed highly pleased as they lined up for nutritious meals at the dining hall. It was a place where both veterans and volunteers could always find a coffee and a snack, indulge in fellowship, make a new friend, and even spin some old active duty yarns from back in the day. Complimentary food trucks were also on site to offer our guests and volunteers even further meal choices. It also offered chaperones and their partner veterans some fun moments to become more acquainted.
My name is Dave Casey. I'm the Director of Legal Affairs. The legal department at Stand-Down was responsible for homeless court. We also provided legal support in the realms of criminal defense attorneys came, expungement clinic. Legal Aid of San Diego came and brought consumer attorneys, tax attorneys, family attorneys, housing attorneys. University of San Diego brought a few professors and a lot of law students to do discharge upgrades, GI Bill work, and some disability. Camp Pendleton provided us with 6 attorneys. The San Diego Public Defender's Office had 2 attorneys at any given time. We had a lot of volunteer attorneys that didn't even contact us, they just showed up. It's important that these guys received a lot of legal help because in the outside world, a lot of these attorneys would charge a prohibitive amount of money just to see them and talk to them. So they got a lot of free advice, a lot of free help. The weekend of, there was a lot of gratitude expressed. There was a lot of, dozens of veterans had issues that plagued them that they walked out of Stand-Down with those issues gone. At the end of the weekend, I think we ended up wiping out $31,800 in fines and legal fees and late fees and interest. So a lot of veterans were very grateful. Some of them left in tears that was lifted from their burden.
Wagon Wheel Hall is located on one of the highest and most beautiful areas of Green Oak Ranch. Here was our clothing and shoe distribution area. New clothing, as well as previously owned apparel and footwear, was in abundance. Everything was washed, sorted, folded, and sized. Among the available items were hats, belts, sweatshirts, coats, pants, shoes, socks, towels, blankets, and quilts, all neatly sized and presented. We weren't Macy's, but you couldn't beat the price. It was zero. Some veterans stated they had never seen such a wide, well-organized selection. Special recognition and thanks must go out to AMVETS thrift stores. AMVETS assisted us by picking up clothing at numerous sites throughout the county, storing clothing and other items until the start of the stand-down. As always, AMVETS stepped up to the plate for brother and sister veterans who were in need of help. Thank you, AMVETS. Professional barber and hairstyling services were available on site, and as in any barbershop setting, a lot of good conversation and fellowship took place. Everywhere our guests went at Green Oak Ranch, they were always made to feel welcome as an appreciated member of their new family. Lions Club was on hand providing free eye screening, eye exams, and referrals to veterans in need of such assistance. It was a valuable service. Thank you, folks. Our stand down was truly blessed with the participation of numerous members of the North County clergy. These spiritual leaders offered quiet periods of guidance and reflection to those seeking such personal prayer moments. Overall, we were very fortunate to be assisted throughout the stand down with a highly qualified, 24-hour-a-day professional security team. We were also blessed with over 700 volunteers throughout the entire stand down. These men and women who gave of their time and efforts came to us from the far corners of San Diego County. These are true American patriots who joined other volunteers from veterans posts, civic organizations, churches, and the Army-Navy Academy in Carlsbad. We sincerely thank you all. Among the most visited service areas were the tents containing massage, chiropractic, podiatry, and acupuncture professionals. The harsh life of the streets brings about a myriad of aches and pains within the body and the feet. Out there is little chance of being pain-free. The North County Stand Down provided these moments of relief to our brothers and sisters. Many vets experienced acupuncture for the first time. And lo and behold, we even provided a chiropractic miracle. We thank the United States Marine Corps for their assistance in providing the large tent necessary for the care of our veterans' service dogs. It was a place for our volunteer veterinarians to extend healthy canine exams. Each of our veterans' closest friends received the necessary shots and other related care. As well, fenced play areas provided these pups with an area to play and roam unleashed. Our service dog program will continue to expand at next year's Stand Down. Let's hear now from a couple of our veteran guests who will tell us about their personal experience at the Stand Down.
The services there were outstanding. There are many services that a lot of people were able to take advantage of. The food at the facility was great. It was served by residents that were actually in a program on the same facility. Breakfast was great, lunch was catered, so yeah, and definitely had plenty of food. The sleeping quarters at the Stand Down were definitely accommodational for everybody. There's plenty of sleeping space for all the veterans who showed up. The clothing store that was available there at this year's Stand Down was definitely something that everybody took advantage of, whether it was from shoes to pants, shorts, shirts, long sleeve shirts, short sleeve, dress shoes, and I even saw somebody walking in a suit and tie after they got a haircut. The legal services at this year's Stand Down were outstanding. Colonel Devin Young from Camp Pendleton, as well as the Stand Down committee that provided a lot of legal services, took care of our veterans very well. The veterans that I've spoken to since the Stand Down have all been very positive.
So I stopped by the thrift store. It was nice. It was decent. It was the best clothes I've seen. You know, a lot of people give some good clothes away, and I enjoyed it. You know, I loved it. So I love the massage. The massage was decent, man. I like the chiropractor too, man. They did good service there. I must spend most of my time there too at the massage parlor. So I went and got me another ID from DMV, and they helped me real good. You know, I can go ahead and get a job now since I have my ID. Nice, man. They get their golf courses around the whole property and stuff, man. It was like back to back every 15 minutes we had a ride. While I was at the Stand Down, I enjoyed being there. I loved it, and it's worth going to every year. And I didn't want to leave though, man. I loved the place, man, and I could have stayed another week. You know, it made me feel like at home. The people was very generous and nice, and I appreciate their services for us. You know, I didn't think that people would enjoy being around veterans though, because we came back, we didn't have all that interesting thing between us. Now the people is coming back and showing us that they care about us.
The road is long, with a many a winding tongue that leads us to who knows where, who knows where. But I'm strong. Strong enough to carry It's a long, long road from which there is no return. While we're on the way to there, why not share? He ain't heavy, he's my brother. He's my brother.
The North San Diego County Veterans Stand-Down Board of Directors extends its deepest gratitude to our active duty brothers and sisters, and most especially to our donors and the hundreds of our volunteers. All of you so generously contributed to the overwhelming success of our inaugural Homeless Veterans event at Green Oak Ranch. The citizens and businesses of North County rallied as a community and went above and beyond to assist and honor their veterans in distress. Thank you so much. Finally, to Stand-Down founder, former Marine Tom Cowan, we all salute and thank you. God bless America.